Hello there and welcome back to my channel. So, as if you've watched my previous video on the engine mount, I said I'd either be fitting my exhaust or my Airtec Intercooler in my next video, and the exhaust hasn't turned up, so today I'll be fitting this stage 1 cold air intercooler. So I went for the black. With the red. I just wanted to have a good contrast, and I wanted to be able to this to stand out in the front bumper. So that's my hopefully achievement, is to be able to see this. And obviously you'll be able to tell us got an upgraded intercooler on the car. I'm not really sure on the size difference from the standard to this. I don't think there's much difference. I haven't got to cut anything, I don't think. With the intercooler you get, it comes with some instructions and just two little brackets that obviously should extend where the OEM one fits, I'm guessing. But I'll go through in detail how to fit it. I think the main thing at the moment is obviously I've got to take the front bumper off the car, so I'll do a step-by-step process of how I do that, and I think this is probably going to be quicker to change the intercooler than it is to get the bumper on and off, but I'm not too sure on how different this is to the other one, so we'll go through it and see. I'm not sure what power gains I get from this. Someone might be able to tell me. But I've got this more for the visual than I have, I think, for the power. But I think with everything that I've done so far, this is definitely going to help. So obviously next time I'll be fitting the Scorpion exhaust, which is on order. I'm just waiting for it to turn up. And I'll with the once the exhaust is on, I'm going to get the car dynoed so I can see what sort of power we are pulling. So let's spin the camera around, I'll get the car jacked up and then get the bumper off. Right, so the tools you need are a flathead screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, I've got Torx bits in here, Allen key bits in here, and the sockets and trim tools. So this is what you get with the intake kit, the intercooler. This is obviously just to fix this on, but we'll go through that as we go. So you can see on here that there's bolts or screws to undo along the top, along up the side, under the wheel arch, and then some underneath the car. But I'll run through everything that needs to be done as and when. So right, I'll show you the car now. Okay, so as you can see behind me, the car is now up on my timber stands, wooden stands I've made. I'll do a video on how I get the car up and what I normally do when I'm jacking it up and working under it. I can get the back end up to this height as well if I need to. So, but this for now, this is all I need, so I don't need to take the wheels off. So, right, we'll go to where closer to the car, and I can show you what I'm unscrewing as we go along. Okay, so we're under the bonnet now. So what we have is we've got these two little plugs to unplug from here. Two screws with Torx bits, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nuts, and hopefully then this will all come out. So let me bit of time lapse and see if I can get these bits out. what I'm going to do for now is just screw these in temporarily. Just when I get close to having everything loose, at least I know this top won't fall off. Oh, he says that. I don't think you actually needed to take these ones out, to be fair, because that's just holding this on. I'll have a look at it when it's off. Actually, I think to be better, let's screw this in here, just by hand. Right, so I know that's not going to fall off now. The next step is to do the bits under the wheel arches. It's going to be very hard for me to film in now, because obviously I'm not going to take the wheels off, but I'll do my best. So I'll move the cameras around now and I'll show you the bits under the wheel arches. Okay, so I've sort of moved around as best I can, and it's hard to see. There's two nuts here and one up here. I'm not going to mess about too much. I'm just going to get on with it and try and get these out. So. Okay, that's all three out, and they're all the same sort of screw, so there's no chance of getting them muddled up. Okay, so I had to move the camera back a bit because the bolt that we're looking for is up here in the joint. It's not very clear on the instructions, but because I've got this off and this flapping now, you can prise this away enough up here, and it's literally just feeling, and the bolt's there. I can feel it with my hand. It's going to be very hard to show you, but I'm just going to get on with it and get it off. And that's the bolt that come out from up there. Then let's just check this. No, near enough identical. They're slightly different on the bottom. So that's the one from up the top. There's three like this that goes down the bottom. Other than that, no difference. And then that will just release this here. Yeah. Okay, so as far as I'm aware, that's everything now on this side. So I'm not going to film the other side because it's exactly the same, but just obviously opposite side. So once I've got this off, we'll do the underneath. This one thing, just got to remember, somehow I've got to disconnect the old fog lights, but let me get the other side off to this stage and then we'll flip that. Right, so under here we've got 6 screws here to unscrew. I think these clips are a bit crap, to be fair. I've just played about this one and I can't see if I can get it out, but I'll carry on with this one. I didn't have the camera on at the time, so we'll see how they come out, but I'm not sure what you do with these. They're just plastic and shit, to be fair. You see, I want to get one out to see what it looks like. They're just a bit shitty. I have to be careful with these because you'll end up damaging them. That one, you can see that it's just round right off. Just cheap shit plastic, that's what that is. I'll probably be able to get some more of these, but I just need to be gentle with them really. That centre bit is meant to unscrew, but as you can see, if you can see that on the camera, it just spins. I think I'll just have to keep prizing them out and hope for the best, to be fair. Yeah, that's all you can do, I think. Right, so it's all the clips off now. As you can see, the bumper moves a bit there as well, so I don't think there's a lot now holding this on, so I'm going to put the camera back up the top and we'll see if we can wiggle this out. But like I said, don't forget fog lights are still connected, but I don't really want to take them out unless I have to. But let's just like try and slide the bumper down. I should be able to reach down and disconnect them. I'm just going to lay the blanket out. Lay the blanket out along the front here first. There's another plug plugged into the bumper. I'm guessing it's the temperature sensor for the outside temperature, but I'll have a closer look at that in a minute, see if it is or not. So, I'll just move the bumper out of the way, reset the cameras, and we'll have a look at the intercooler. Right, so to take these off, I think all you need to do is just prise these up so they're up high like that. So I found it easier to pull these sides up and then actually pop that top bit out there, and then it's come off. So now I just need to find out where the fixing points are. I think that's here, one there and one on the other side. I'll get them off now. Okay, so there you go, it's off. I'll clear the table and I'll put the two intercoolers side by side and we'll sort of see what difference there is between the two. Okay, so this is the difference between the two. So it's slightly longer, it's slightly higher, and it's about 25mm thicker. So it's definitely going to be a lot more air through this, and obviously it's all completely aluminium, whereas this has all got a lot of plastic on the ends, whatnot. So I think I'll move that one out of the way. Now this has got these lugs on the bottom here, which fits on the rubber on the car, which I'll show you in a minute, and then these brackets, I think they fit on here, and then they go onto a different mounting point to where the original one was fitted, but I'll show you when we flip round. So I'll just flip the camera around and see if we can get this on. Right, so what I'm going to do first is just clear this out. Loads of debris in here, so I'm just going to quickly hoover this out and these lugs here into these rubber mounts here. I think because this is a bit bigger, it's going to be a bit more of a challenge. But let's see how we get it. Right, you have to give it a good wiggle to get that in. Right, so now that's fixed on here. There's a bracket that fits from here onto this nut here, which is, so it's pretty much like that. So looking at this, I need to take this bolt out here, the new bolt that comes with this fixed in here, and that should hold it in place. So let's get that done. Okay, so that's that done. We'll put the hoses back on there. So my next little issue I've got, well, not issue, is this is the cold air feed for my Mountune airbox, and basically all you do at the moment is just tuck it down the bottom here, but where it's sitting there's getting no air. So I want to come up with this idea about getting it just at the front here somehow. I'm not sure how or what I can do. Right, so I've cable tied that there. Hopefully this will pick up a bit more air now than when it was just stuck in here. So what I'll do now is I'm going to set the camera up, just do one long time lapse of me just putting the bump back on, because it's basically exact reverse of what I've done taking it off. So it will speed it up for me putting it back together as well. So I'll just set two cameras up, and I'll be back once the bump is fixed. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to roll the car down off the ramps now and leave it running for a bit, make sure it runs alright, and then I'll take it for a spin. So let me take it down. so just been for test drive. Yeah, runs perfectly. I can actually feel more power in the car, definitely, when it boosts. I will do a follow-up video with once I've had a few more days with it, but definitely notice the difference in power. I think the turbo sounds slightly louder. I don't know if it's just me thinking it, but I think it does a little bit. And yeah, it was quite simple to install, a bit fiddly here and there, but it's just getting that front bumper lined up again. Took me, if you see the time lapse, of sort of shutting the bonnet a few times and that, just to make sure it all lines up nicely, which it does. So hopefully that helps someone who's sort of interested in maybe putting stage 1 intercooler on their car. Hopefully next video will be me fitting the Scorpion exhaust. Hopefully it turns up in the next week. So yeah, just like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff. Plenty more things I'm going to be doing. So I've got plans for a dyno. So once I've got the exhaust on, I want to get it dynoed to see what power we're getting out of it now. Be good to see if someone could comment and see what sort of power they think I'll get out of it now. It's got the Mountune M235 map. It's got the intercooler we've just fitted. It will have the Scorpion exhaust on. It's got the high flow elbow and obviously the intake from Mountune. So I don't know. My thoughts are between 240 and 250. I'd like to get to 250 if we can. I'll be, I don't know, I'm a bit optimistic at the moment. Obviously the figures will tell a true picture. But yeah, comment below if you see what you think. And I'll hopefully see you on the next one. Stay tuned.